What makes great espresso? Some say it's the beans, others say it's the barista, but there's something even more fundamental: precision. Every cup of coffee relies on careful measurement, and today we're going to talk about two key factors: temperature and grind size, and how they affect extraction and ultimately taste. When we brew coffee, we're extracting flavors from the beans. But how do we measure how much is extracted? That's where metrology, the science of measurement, comes in. This device, called a refractometer, lets us measure total dissolved solids, or TDS, the percentage of coffee that actually dissolves into water. From this, we calculate extraction yield, how much of the coffee grounds were transferred into the cup. An under-extracted espresso tastes weak and sour. An over-extracted espresso tastes bitter and harsh. The ideal range is about 18 to 22% extraction yield, which is the sweet spot for a balanced flavor. Espresso is brewed between 90 and 96 degrees C. But why? Because temperature controls how much flavor we extract. Too low and the coffee tastes underdeveloped. Too high and we pull out bitter compounds. In our experiments, we found that increasing temperature raises extraction yield, but only up to a point. Beyond 96 C, we start extracting harsh, bitter flavors, proving why precision in brewing is essential. Our findings align with research by Klotz et al., which showed that brewing at low temperatures, around 80 to 85 Celsius, leads to under-extraction, while excessively high temperatures can extract undesirable compounds, making the coffee overly bitter and astringent. Another factor that impacts extraction yield and effectively the taste of your coffee is grind size, which determines how much surface area is exposed to water. Finer grinds extract more, while coarser grinds extract less. But it's not that simple. Too fine and the coffee over-extracts, becoming bitter. Too coarse and it tastes weak. Our data shows that finer grinds increase extraction, while coarser grinds lower it. This is why espresso requires a precise grind setting. A slight change can make or break your shot. This is backed by research from Andueza et al., which found that finer grinds retain more aroma compounds and increase extraction efficiency, while coarser grinds reduce flavor intensity. But here's where it gets interesting. Grind size and temperature work together. Our 3D regression plot shows that while hotter water extracts more, grind size plays a huge role. A fine grind at high temperature leads to the highest extraction, but also the greatest risk of over-extraction. The key is balance. So why does this matter to you? Because whether you realize it or not, metrology is in every cup of coffee you drink. Every cafe, every barista, and even your home setup relies on precise measurements to deliver a great espresso. Without precise measurements, your coffee would be inconsistent. One day it's perfect, the next it's weak or bitter. But thanks to metrology, coffee brewing has become a science, ensuring every shot is consistently delicious. So the next time you take a sip of espresso, remember, behind that tiny cup is a world of precise measurements, controlled variables, and the science of taste. Metrology doesn't just belong in the lab, it's in every great cup of coffee.